not the average North Korean. I could see like a middle, like not middle class. I want to say the median North Korean individual by income having like a pager where they have like a phone that like is so restricted. It's basically just like a flip phone where they can call like 4 people, and it's like how they talk to their boss, or like if the government needs to send them a message or something. Like I could see that, but I feel like this is just not, no one has this.
Concept of being able to sustain a large library of apps is a luxury that very few will be able to afford. And that's assuming you...
Oh my god, imagine you have to pay to use settings. Sorry, your settings subscription expires.
Okay, we're live. Hopefully not lagging. What? I missed you, Shameless. Oh, I miss you too, Thief. Hi. How are you? How you been? Sorry I wasn't live the past 5 days. But we're here now. We're big. We are here. Oh. Oh, stop for the Lord, bro. Beris basket energy. What the... God. God. Good. How are you? Why did you leave us hanging like that? Cause I've been going through it. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I was not in the mood to stream. Plus it was really just, you know, I was busy. Really busy. I mean, I did stream this morning, but I was playing FIFA the whole time. You wouldn't have enjoyed it. But yeah, it was fun. I've streamed like 4 hours just playing FIFA. Hi, Noel. Kate said it on TikTok. Hi. But yeah, it was fun. I'm just watching stuff, you know, watching the news. Fine, I forget. Thank you. I mean, I should do a forfeit. Like, Hadi life also got like 3 days in a row. I think I should do a forfeit. What else am I don't really do nothing else. I don't do nothing else. I'm gonna do a test. I'll play a video, a random video. Hopefully it doesn't like. Hopefully it doesn't like. Alright, let me just play this.
Today we're in London, the home of A-list celebs, exclusive events and luxury experiences. And we're going to see what VIP activities we can finesse for ourselves, as well as give to a few kind strangers.
Is the video lagging?
Well, let's start this experience.
Test.
Cheers! And what an experience it is. We are literally in a hot tub floating down the middle of the city. I can't believe this is real. The one thing which I say about this so far is very hot. The water is like, most of my energy is coping with this heat. And the driving, to be honest. And I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look too difficult,
I don't know
but
if I
my
can
ship
zoom in or
steering
leave,
abilities were really about to be tested in this depth.
I missed the lagging content. It's lagging so bad. Oh, you're kidding me. This is exactly why I don't go live, because it just lags, bro. This shit just lags. Dang. Whatever you say. Wait, am I lagging? What the hell? It doesn't show. I think it's your internet this time. Ani matusoy, you know, I think I'm not lagging. I'm watching the preview on TikTok. Yeah, it's you this time. It's you. I think, I don't know. It's good now, but it did lag. It's not like okay.
This challenge of
Wait,
my
is it
career.
I think it's when I video. It's my voice. Wait, should I go on TikTok? Like TikTok tagged videos? That would be so dope. I don't save videos I am. Video should save grade or how I don't save them that much. You see, it's lagging now. It only lags when the video is playing. Wait, what? It only lags when the video is playing. Oh, fuck! I guess I'm gonna have to watch it on my PlayStation, yeah? I'll have to watch the videos on my PlayStation. Oh my god. Fuck. Yeah, my FYP is dead. Alright, let me go on TikTok. But why are you so tiny on the screen? Cause I don't know. Wait, wait, do I look small on the screen? Wait, hold on. Hold on, there's different camera angles. If you do like this, we can do this. Wait, what the hell? There's so many Badrudins on. No, me don't like this. Me don't like this. Wait, which one? I'm so confused. Yo! What the hell? وقت هوري been say 5 years ago. Yeah, I remember you. أنا مستحيل في عنتي. I don't forget people. Wait, hold on. Let me go into each. Wait, which one? Wait, hold on. I don't. Let me disable all of these. I'm so confused. Confusion. Oh, you can't see me now, yeah? No! No, not this. Why is it green screen though? Why is it green screen? Okay. We can do that for that. And then this. Right. Okay, good. Alright, that should work. That should be fine then. That should be fine. هو حمر ياه. واحد سوستا. مسكحلي ده بحاول. Nope, you're still tiny. Wait, what do you mean to? Do you mean to cover up the whole screen? Do you mean to cover up the whole screen? Alright, I'll make it like this. This is fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Bro, I'll be watching today, bro. Hopefully it does not lag. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, you're crazy. Why are they showing me? They're showing me this. The hell? Wait, you know when it lags, okay. went live. No, I don't want to watch it. I'm here. I'm here. Did you all drink water today? Did I drink water today? No. Yeah, I did. I did. I need to drink more and more freaking sodas, juices than an actual water. But why is my FYP? Should I go on X? Oh, X would be so fun. X would be so fun today. X.com, not X freaking. Please don't tell me to log in. Don't tell me to log in. God damn it. I stopped using Google Chrome because the hell? This is video games. I don't know what's real or not. Oh my god. It used to be fine watching things. Why does it lag these days? So, what have changed? I think my laptop is getting older. That's why. I think that's what it is. I need to. Yeah, that's what it is. I think. Or I think there's a lot of dust. Oh, is it Valentine's Day today? What is going on? What am I seeing? I don't want to see this. It's disgusting. Oh, the whole face is gonna be lovey today. Huh? What the hell? Bro, do people celebrate Santa Modisho? Do they actually celebrate Valentine? I hope they don't. Bro. That would be so freaking cringy. Pakistani man got caught with a minor near a hotel on Valentine's Day. Bajanazi is a horrifying practice where a young boy, often from a poor family, are dressed as girls, made to dance for men, and are frequently raped. Oh god. But what the hell is going on in Pakistan? Am I lagging again? Alright, if I lag, just let me know. There's a lot of fucked up in Pakistan, wallahi. Especially to little boys. But the whole country feels like there's no girls. I don't know what happened to them. What are these like wealthy people? Why do they not just find Gabdo? Is it so hot to find Gabdo in freaking Pakistan? This is not the first time I saw this. Anyways, we can move on from this.
In their courage, in their love.
Nah, we don't. Some of us are westernized apparently. That's so cringy. Yeah. Maybe they don't of course they're not gonna publicly celebrate it. But they don't, like, they're dating each other, then people do date each other in Mogadishu. I've seen it. Speaking of Mogadishu, my cousin went to Mogadishu. Oh my god, man. Wallahi bila talai. The past 5 years, wallahi, wahbalan has been a lot of things changed. It looks so beautiful now, man. Hold on, can I go on our IG? Hold on. TikTok.com. Please don't tell me to log in again. I don't want to. Okay, cool. Shadia. Yeah, my cousin recently went to Somalia, bro. I was shocked. I was like, what the hell? When I left, all of these didn't exist. Especially like the مساجد قاسم ده حاجي مالله حاجي شيخ something مساجد كوكا. When I left والله واحد مجر المساجد كاس مش ما بقولين. Wait, hold on, let me find the video. Damn, she made a lot of videos. No. Alright, like, okay, can I not pause it? انت واحد دار السلام ما نفكرته صوبته بدل اكوي دار السلام ما نفكرته. Why are they so white coded even though they were born here? It's so annoying. I don't think it has anything to do with color. It's just the culture, I think. Turkey حتى they do those things. Arab they do it. It's the Western culture. Romanticizing Somalia. Wallahi, that looks like PK12 at Djibouti. But I've never been to Djibouti. I wish. But I need to travel more, wallahi. I'm getting old. I need to travel more. This place looks okay. Wait, hold on. I can't tell where this is. Leader Maha. Hamarwayna Maha. Where the hell could it be? Wallahi, bro, don't. Wait, what? Don't go. Wait. Don't go to Djibouti. It's expensive. Bro, it can't be that expensive. Maybe Medino. Maybe Medino. Hey, this is my cousin, guys. If you don't, go follow my cousin. Go follow my cousin. Yeah, but anyways, there's a lot of different places she went to. I think this was, yeah, this did exist when I was there. Nah, so let me show you the video I'm talking about. What's happening here, man? Why is it stuck? Why is the video stuck? Hold on. انت وبرتن هذا انت كيف هلا انا حكيت له ميل بدن اركا جرو 5 سنه كهر او دسنين او هذا ولا دسن tahay. We don't know we got the longest coastline. Wait, hold on. I think it was IG. Can't see it. Hey, oh la on YouTube. What up? Alright, was it here? Can't find the video, sorry. No, it's not this. But anyways, it was really interesting. It was adorable. It was really nice. Really made me want to. Really made me want to go back one day. Hey, Ali with the what the hell? Well, I'm getting a lot of Somali brothers to follow me with crazy ass usernames and profile pics. Ali with the LGBT flagging right next to us. Oh, I'm being nosy. I'm sorry. Anyways, you guys can tag me in videos. Okay, I think I should promote this more. Somalia only nice if you come with money. Yeah, I mean every place in the world is nice with money. If you go to North Korea with a lot of money, you'll enjoy it. Well, I will say this though, Somalia is only good if you're gonna stay at temporary like for like 2-3 weeks max. It's not really good if
so she's not good.
I wouldn't want to live there, wallahi. I'm gonna be honest, wallahi. Waja'ala Somali, but I wouldn't want to live there. I don't mind being there for like 2 months. 3 months, I don't mind it. But living there, no. I don't want to. Maybe when I'm like 40 years old and I saved a lot of money and I have my own house, and then I can come back and just raise my kids there until they're like maybe 18, and then they can go get education and work and all that stuff. Yep.
You have, of course, converted to Islam and you wear the hijab.
Yeah.
But this is quite a recent conversion, although you...
God, you need Dakan Alis, wallahi, bro, what the hell? I don't mean as in like, there's nothing wrong with living in Mogadishu. I know how to, like, there's not a lot of opportunities, man. I want to live in a place that I can work, make a lot of money and save. If I'm, haddii aan soo kaco, hadda maanta, beri haddii aan soo kaco, anoo lacag haysto. If I wake up tomorrow rich, I want to live Somalia for the rest of my life. But I'm not rich, unfortunately. And it'll be really hard for me to save a lot of money or get a good paying job or just do my own thing in Somalia and become rich. I don't think that would be possible for me. Okay, it is different for everyone. So that's why there's nothing against. I'm not hating on something.
Believe that it's something that's within
Islam,
you all the time.
Yeah, in Islam you don't call it conversion, you call it reversion. The idea is that you were born Muslim in the first place. That if any person with any logic would realize they were Muslim all along. So that's actually what happened to me. I've been a theologian all my life.
Wait, who is she? I don't know her. What?
In theology. I never thought that I would join any particular religion, but because I grew up in a theocracy, I was very interested in theology. So I studied all the different religions, and I actually left Islam till last because I had such a huge amount of prejudice about it, actually, But as soon as I read chapter 2, I was like, oh my God, I've been a Muslim my whole life and I didn't even realize it. So
and what was
being a Muslim is like
of the Quran that made you feel that?
Because it exists its reason for existing is to confirm all previous scripture and to complain about the fact that that scripture has been tampered with. And it then goes on to explain how it's been tampered with and what the correct stories are, And I had always believed that the scriptures had been tampered with.
What reaction have you had from other Muslims? Obviously, you're famously Catholic for most of your life.
Nice reaction. Muslims are lovely people. Muslims are very tender and very loving people, despite what anyone may think, So a lovely reaction. But you're their sister. When you become a Muslim, you join what's called Ummah, the family. So you're referred to as brother or sister or auntie, And it's lovely. It's really lovely. Muslim people are very sweet.
And you talk about the prejudice that you had towards Muslims. Do you now experience that?
Oh yeah, but it doesn't. It makes me laugh. It actually makes me laugh because I suppose I'm used to.
How could you though? Of course, you're not offending. I don't know. Well, I don't. The more I grow up, the less I'm liking Somalia, bro. I don't. Just stinky country. I've been to. Anyways, this is just. Well, this is the beauty of finding Islam, man. Well, the Aqua is not the same as you finding Islam. Bro, recently I'm seeing a lot of Somali girls taking off their hijab, especially on TikTok or even in private, bro. And look at her, man. Look at her, covered up from head to toe.
As a woman, for a start, and as a bit of a controversial woman, I'm used to putting up with abuse. You know what I mean? But it actually makes me laugh, and in a strange way, it makes me proud. I can't really explain why, but if somebody hates me because I'm a Muslim, I stand up a bit taller, actually.
You said something pretty inflammatory recently, where you said you didn't want to be around white people anymore. You then retracted it. What was that all about?
Well, first of all, I mean, it was never true. Obviously, it was never true in the first place. There had been an awful thing on Twitter, which was allowed to sit on Twitter for days, which was a load of National Front people making a model of the Grenfell Towers and letting it burn down with a load of Muslims and black people in the windows, and they were all laughing at it. And I was very upset by that, and I thought, I wonder what happened if you said about white people on Twitter the stuff that you're allowed to say about brown, yellow, and black people, And of course, I found out what happens, you know what I mean? Also, I just wasn't very well at the time. I was very angry because I was getting a lot of Islamophobia. It did at first make me very angry in Ireland. Weirdly, I would have women pull me aside, giving out to me about the hijab. But to me, I felt like, hold on, your hair is a hijab. You're telling me I'm conforming to Western men's idea of beauty. I'm not. I just like the hijab. I'm not required to wear it. But women is conforming to... Sorry, they were accusing me of conforming to Eastern men's idea of beauty.
Wait, where were you born?
Western women are doing the same thing with the hair. It's just the same as...
I've just noticed one of the tattoos there is about Christ.
Well, that's the thing. You see, the Quran exists to confirm all previous scripture. the gospel and the Tanakh. So I don't have to leave my guys. I get to keep Judaism and I get to keep Christianity while being Islamic.
You've got 4 kids.
That I know of.
That you know. You would probably know if you'd had any more.
I would, I think. Yeah.
You probably would. It'd be a clue.
Exactly.
What's your relationship with your kids like?
Brilliant.
All
Great.
good?
Yeah, my eldest is 32. He has 2 children now, a girl and a boy. And then my daughter is 22. And then I've got a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old.
What do they make of their mum? I mean, you're such a polarizing character.
I'm not really. I mean, I used to be perhaps a little bit, you know, but I've got a bit older and I don't think I'm that polarizing. And my kids are very proud of me. They don't relate to, you know, Sinead O'Connor as such. One of them does. One is terribly proud of me being a singer, and I think he's the one that's probably going to go into music, you know. But the others don't really relate to Sinead. They just know mom in her slippers complaining about...
Crazy, I know you, but you know nothing about me. But you were born in Yemen. You're not even Somali. But you're not even Somali. That's good. But you need the qana'is. How are you gonna tell me I need? Sorry. How are you gonna tell me I need the qana'is when you were born in Yemen? I doubt you know Somali too. How about you type Somali from now on? Just type in Somali from now on.
When you got the Late Late Show performance, the reaction that you got to that was extraordinary.
I was really shocked.
What did you make of? Were you surprised?
It was the best
I'm
Saturday
enjoying watching the video. What the hell?
for years. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It was amazing, and that's how I got
Even
to
at
see
the
it.
time, yeah.
Someone sent it to me on Twitter. I was like, I couldn't believe it. So many great reactions. I'm just going to leave you with some of them. Amazing, pure passion, stunning performance. I had goosebumps. So great to see Sinead again. A lot of love for you out there. A lot of. I think the thing about entertainment world, survival is the key, right?
Yeah.
If you're still doing it 30 years later and you're still singing the way you did today, that ain't bad.
Oh, thank you.
You have, of course, converted to.
Breakups with an avoidant don't
Bro,
end
fuck this, man. I don't want
Surah Al-Baqarah and Istighfar they're my new work now. Surah Al-Baqarah, so subhanallah, one of my coaches told me about the power of reading Surah Al-Baqarah, and this was like summer 2023. And she told me, you've got to get on this. You know, and I'm someone who, would read the Quran, but I didn't like.
No, you don't, wallah. Why am I like, no, you don't. No. But let's not play with each other now. No, you don't.
I wouldn't be reading Surah Al-Baqarah every day. That to me sounded.
Oh my God.
Are hitmen real?
Yes.
At the National Security Council, there is a committee that meets every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock to drop something called...
Bro, I want to watch this guy's videos, bro. Bro, I've never seen two of the same videos on my For You page of this guy, bro. It's always something new.
The kill list.
They sit around a table and they make a list of all the people that they want to kill that week. And then they take it back to the CIA, which has a
Dedicated unit.
I won't tell you the name, but it has a dedicated unit that takes receipt of the list. They say, okay, number one. They drive to the airport, they get on the plane, they go out to that country.
They kill the person.
They come back, and then they go to number 2 on the list. That happens every single week.
What? Search Yasser 886. There is book there. Alright. What's going on in there? What's happening there exactly? Yasser 886. Hey, remind me to watch this guy. Hold on. John Kiriakou. Kiriakou. John Kiriakou. Wait, hold on. But what's happening there though?
qolka saalanti ee soo imaana marka waan salaamaya qolka saalanti caliyow halgu wasaniya
What?
alaykum ya
Wait, who is she? Bro, just tell me what's going on. Someone got exposed? Wait, how? In what way? wait.
Funny thing is, bro, I'm not even dropping nobody. Somebody's pushing full star on me.
Just tell me. I don't want to search up, bro. What's
Anyway,
going on?
yeah, go to silent if y'all want some book, man. You feel me?
AKA
Grown ass niggas is bugging a lot.
I'm confused, man. Did they like punch shit or something? Anyways, I'll just move on. But I don't know what was going on. You'll be alive now, aka silent. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I had my own problems in that with, you know, these stuff. What was the guy's name? So, oh my god, what was his name? What was the guy's name that I was gonna search for now? Josh something. Oh. Wallahi, my brain is fried. Josh Key. John, okay. Cool. Apparently, this guy is a former CIA agent. They like basically exposes people. Yeah, here's the video. The CIA officer who exposed the American torture program. Let's see. 36 minutes. Oh, that's long. What does CIA mean? Central Intelligence Agency. I think that's what it means.
I'll never forget his words. He said,
"Alright, this is the officer of the American torture program. This happened like a long time ago, and apparently he got sentenced to jail, I guess, for a few. I don't know, but yeah, at least he's free now. He is free now. That multiple gag order on him. It's crazy. He exposed a lot of secrets that the world did not know before. It was crazy. But yeah, let's see what he has to say.
Something terrible is going to happen. We're hearing camp commanders on the phone with their students, and they're crying and saying, "I'll see you in paradise." And he said, "I'm begging you, if you have any sources inside Al-Qaeda, please help us."
Alright, let's see.
I was recruited by the CIA beginning in the late 1980s, but in a very odd way that is no longer legal. I was in graduate school at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., and I was taking a class called The Psychology of Leadership that was taught by an eminent psychiatrist by the name of Dr. Gerald Post. Dr. Post gave us an assignment one day where we had to shadow our bosses and write a psychological evaluation of our bosses. And I was shadowing my boss. He was a very difficult, mean, unpleasant, strong, brutish kind of person. And I went back to my apartment and I wrote my paper. And I said that he was a sociopath with psychopathic and possibly violent tendencies.
What?
I gave Dr. Post the paper, and a week later, he gives it back to me, and he gave me an A, and underneath the A, he wrote, "Please see me after class." So I went to see him, and I said, "Dr. Post, you wanted to see me?" He said, "Come to my office." We went downstairs in the building into his little academic's office. He closed the door, and he said, "Look, I'm not really a professor here. I'm a CIA officer."
Oh, that's how they recruit people. Hey, let's be bro. If the CIA came up to you and said, we want to recruit you, would you take it? Would you say yes? And be honest, like in your current situation now. I don't know what the hell they're gonna make you do. But I guess just just the agency. I don't really know what the hell they got going on. But would you say yes?
As a professor here, and I'm looking for.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Depends on what they might want me to do, but I might think about it. No, absolutely not. Really? I don't know. I guess I'm being naive, man.
Fit into the CIA's culture.
It's an intelligence agency. You're not really going into war. You're not really harming people. You're just gathering intelligence. I don't know. I don't really know. They might make you do some fucked up things, but I don't know.
I think you would fit in. Do you want to be a CIA officer? And I said yes. And so he made some calls. It was up to me to pass all the tests, and there were a lot of tests. But that's how I got into the CIA.
And I guess when you first joined the CIA, what was the global political landscape like, and what was the US's stance with their foreign policy?
When I joined the CIA, the Soviet Union was literally in the process of collapsing. And so all eyes were on Eastern Europe. My expertise was in the Middle East. I had a bachelor's degree in Middle Eastern studies. I had studied Islamic theology with...
Wait, what? Wait, there's a whole bachelor's degree for studying in the Middle East? Wallah, I did not know this. That's crazy. But you can get fucking bachelors for everything nowadays. You can get a degree for everything. Can I get a degree for studying Somalia? But who would care, man? Who cares about Somalia? But that's crazy.
The leading Muslim scholars in the West, and my master's degree was in focused in foreign policy analysis. So I was very specific about the Middle East, and so I was assigned to Iraq, and I immediately became Saddam Hussein's classified biographer in the intelligence community. So while the Soviet Union is falling apart and those analysts are becoming big stars, I focused on Iraq, and then much to my shock and the world's shock, 9 months later,
I don't want to die.
Iraq invaded Kuwait.
I don't think, bro, your chances of dying in the CIA is kind of low. And if you did die in the CIA, I don't think they would claim you as one of them. That's the real scary part. If you died as a CIA, if you're a soldier, they have to claim you. But if you're an intelligence agency and you die during a mission, which is very rare, I think, then they're not even gonna claim you, because that's an L. They don't take an L.
And overthrew the Kuwaiti royal family and seized Kuwait's oil fields. This was a naked act of aggression and war. And so I walked in that morning. I got up early because we knew that the invasion was coming. We predicted 30 days before that Saddam would invade Kuwait. But I got into the office early, and my boss sort of intercepted me and said, "Don't take your jacket off, we're going to the White House." And I had never been to the White House before. So we got in a car, we drove to the White House, and we were escorted into the Oval Office. And keep in mind, I was 25 years old at the time.
Oh.
And you walk into the Oval Office, and here's the president, the vice president, the national security advisor, the CIA director, my boss, and me. And the mood is very heavy. So everybody sits down, and the president says, "Well, now what do we do?" And then everybody turns and looks at me. And it took me a second to get my
away
bearings.
from people. The world's scared.
And I said, well,
Scared.
the Kuwaiti government's been overthrown.
Yeah.
The Iraqi government. And
I mean, the world's like a single room now. Whatever happens across the globe kind of affects you. If there's a full-out nuclear war, it does not matter where you live. You're gonna die. You're gonna be affected.
Installed Ahmed al-Khatib as the occupation governor of Kuwait. I said, unfortunately, we happen to know a lot about Ahmed Khatib. He got a medical degree at the American University of Beirut, and his college roommate was George Habash, and together they created the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine. And the vice president says, "Jesus Christ!" And I thought, wow, this is bad. We finished the briefing, got up and walked out, and two things happened. My boss said to me, there's something you need to understand. He said, I'm not sure that you're appreciating the importance of what's happening. It's not unusual for a country that we cover to go to war. It's highly unusual for a country that we cover to go to war with us. And then later that afternoon, Margaret Thatcher, who at the time was the British Prime Minister, called the president. It was George H.W. Bush, and famously told him, these were her words, "Now's not the time to go wobbly, George." And that call was like a wake-up call for George H.W. Bush. And so we sent the largest army deployed since the end of the Vietnam War. We invaded Kuwait, we liberated it, and then the rest is history.
You were then stationed in the Middle East. What was your role out there?
I served first in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, mind you, bro, this guy talking about things that happened like more than 30 years ago, like 25 years ago. Oh, I wasn't even alive, I guess. Wait, when was Kuwait being invaded? That was a long time ago. I don't know.
And then I went back to headquarters for a while and decided.
That's not how to calm people down. But okay, we're all gonna die. Yeah, we're all gonna die. Nuclear war broke out. We're all gonna die.
That I wanted to do it on a longer-term basis. So I applied for what's called a rotation at the State Department, and this was an honest-to-God State Department job where I left the CIA and I went to the State Department. I was sworn in as a Foreign Service officer, and I became the economic officer at the American Embassy in Bahrain for 2 years, and then back to headquarters to work on Iraq again. But I did get bored. After 7.5 years of Iraq, every single day Iraq. And so I made a very unusual transition from intelligence to operations, and specifically to counter-terrorist operations.
And what does that mean?
So as an analyst, your job is to sit in a cubicle, read all source intelligence that's coming in from all over the world, think the big thoughts, write papers that probably nobody will ever read. Once or twice a week, you write something for the president, if it's important enough to merit his attention. And then you go home at the end of the day.
But that doesn't seem like a bad job, I'm gonna be honest, bro. That doesn't really seem like a fucking bad job to do. Just write piece of papers and read intelligence from that I came across from all over the world. That doesn't seem like that bad.
Was what you see in the movies. I went straight into weapons. And then after weapons, I went into explosives.
What?
After explosives,
yeah,
I
this
went
is a guy that likes adrenaline rush all the time. He doesn't really just like to sit, work, and make money, and not put himself in danger. He said he got bored. The hell?
Terrorist driving, and then advanced counter-terrorist driving, which was out in the desert out west.
Or, is that it?
And then
I can do that then. Yeah, you can.
Spot, assess, develop, and recruit spies to steal secrets.
And what year was this?
That was 1997.
And was there any other time in these years that you were questioning the ethics of the agency and the work you were doing?
No, I didn't question the ethics of the agency at the time for a very specific reason. When Bill Clinton was elected president, he issued an order that the CIA had to, what they called, cull their recruited assets.
What does that mean?
Anybody who had what the White House described as a human rights problem was to be fired, right? So we didn't want to do business anymore in the 1990s with death squad leaders or assassins. And Clinton was serious about that. And I remember saying to a colleague at the time, I can't believe they're actually serious about human rights. This is really a very pleasant surprise for me. But Bill Clinton wasn't president forever. He was only president for 8 years. And then 9/11 happened, and literally everything changed in the blink of an eye.
So in 2001, where were you working? What was your role at that time?
In 2001, I had just returned from my first overseas operational
I don't want to fucking hear his whole life story. I just want to hear the parts where he exposes the torture programs. I want to hear the fun part. I think if we watch it like 2 speed, that would be so much fun. Yeah, that would be so much fun. Hold on. It would be the same as those TikTok videos.
I was working in headquarters, and my job was to train Middle Eastern intelligence services in how to carry out counterterrorism operations. And so I had to go to the White House on the morning of September 11, 2001, with the director of the CIA's Counterterrorism Center, Ambassador Cofer Black. And I walked over to his office to tell him that our car was ready to take us to the White House. And when I got there, his secretary had a small TV on her desk because you couldn't watch TV on your computers back then. And the news was on, and one of the towers of the World Trade Center was burning. And I said, "What happened to the World Trade Center?" She said, "A plane had flown into it." And I said, "Well, that happened once before. In 1932, a plane flew into the Empire State Building, but it was really raining and very foggy that day. It's so clear today. How can you not see that you're flying into the World Trade Center?" And as soon as I said it, the second plane hit. And she turned to me and she said, "Did you see that, or did I imagine it?" And I ran back to my office and I said, "Guys, 2 planes just hit both towers of the World Trade Center. I think we're under attack." And then everybody ran up to the director's office. TVs all over the place. And we're all just standing there. And then the third plane hits the Pentagon. There was an officer from the CIA police force. We have our own internal police force. And he came in and he said, "Everybody evacuate, right now, everybody evacuate." Nobody budged. We just stood there. And then finally somebody shouted behind me, "Will someone please lead?" And Cofer said, "Yeah, you, go to the director's office and tell him this. You, go to security and tell him that. You, go up to operations." So everybody started to scramble. The rest of us are just standing there. And then finally a guy said to me, a guy I was standing next to, he said, "There's still a plane in the air. And I think we should probably assume that it's coming here." So my girlfriend, who later became my wife, she was also a senior CIA officer. She met me at my apartment, and we went to the roof, and we watched
I like watching you because you actually put me into interest in stuff. Hey, thank you. Let's go.
For an hour. And then she said, "We should try to donate blood." So we went. There were blood mobiles all over the place, but the lines were so long, they told us it'll be 24 hours before they could clear the line. And I said to her, "This is ridiculous. We have to go back to work." So I walked back to my car, drove across the grassy median, drove back to the CIA, and then I didn't leave for 4 days. I just balled up my jacket and I slept under my desk.
I guess from that point, it changed everything.
It changed literally everything. I remember saying to a colleague, "Do they realize what they've done? I mean, I get that this group wants to strike a blow to U.S. hegemony and the empire. I get it. But do they know nothing from history? Do they not know that our response is going to be 1,000 times what they did to us?"
Oh my god, the fucking glaze, bro. I hate when they do that, man. Do they not know what they've done? Do they not know did they not know they've literally unleashed the wrath of the U.S.? Bro, shut your bitch ass up. Bro, I hate when they glaze the U.S., bro. Pisses me off.
We spent, altogether in the so-called war on terror, we spent $23 trillion. And we killed as many as 2 million people. Did they not see that coming?
That's not something to be proud of. Did they not see that coming? We killed 2 million people and we spent $36 trillion. Ugh.
Osama bin Laden said later that he wanted to damage the U.S. economy. He failed. And he was responsible then for the deaths of an untold number of people. What did he think he was really going to accomplish? So it was a failure all around and changed the world permanently.
And who was Osama bin Laden and what was his intention?
The bin Laden family is a very honorable, very highly respected family. Dozens of them live permanently in the United States. They have billions and billions of dollars, and they have made that money through bin Laden.
Wait, the bin Laden family, what did he say? They're honorable family and they live permanently in the U.S. Some of them live permanently in the U.S. They have a lot of money. I did not know this. Yo, what the fuck? Wait, so you're telling me freaking Osama bin Laden's cousins are rich in the U.S.?
So Osama bin Laden, who had vacationed as a teenager in the United States and all over Western Europe and was very Americanized, self-radicalized after the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan in 1970.
Guys, I'm sorry, I think I've got ADHD. Is the audio too fast? Is it going too fast?
In the late 1980s, to fight the Soviets, he was the only member of his family that self-radicalized. Everybody else, lived a good life in France, in the UK, and in the United States. And so he came up on our radar as somebody who was potentially dangerous. I sat next to a guy when I first got hired. And in the summer of 1990, he wrote a paper saying that he believed Osama bin Laden was the most dangerous man in the world.
He said it now. He literally said it now. He did say it. Did you not hear it? Was the audio too fast?
And I remember saying, "Who? I never heard of this guy." And he said, "Buddy, this is one bad guy. Watch and see. Watch and see." Well, 5 years later, I'm living in Bahrain. I'm at lunch in the embassy cafeteria, and the TV is on. And here there's a terrorist attack in Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, at a facility called OPM Sang. This was a joint facility of the U.S. military and the Saudi Arabian National Guard. And terrorists had gotten onto the base and had killed something like 5 people. And I think they were all third country nationals. I think they were Indians. So The Saudis did what the Saudis do, and they rounded up 12.5 people. They all confessed using the identical language on national TV, and they were all immediately beheaded. Some of them may have had something to do with the attack. Some of them.
No, it's too fast. How did you notice? Cause I literally watch all of my TikTok videos of this guy at 2x speed. That's how they edit it. His videos are just squeaked up like fast-paced videos.
Probably didn't have anything to do with the attack, but certainly the masterminds of this attack got away. Bin Laden being the one, and he went to Afghanistan. Well, in Afghanistan, with the fall of the pro-Soviet communist government and the
I think I should slow it down. Because I can literally watch it 2x speed. Maybe I'll go with 1.75.
Taliban government, he was free to do anything he wanted. And so he ordered that his underlings create 2 training camps in southern Afghanistan, one in Kandahar province and one in Helmand province. By 2001, Al-Qaeda did several large-scale attacks. And we said, well, we've got to get on the stick, and we have to find this guy, and we have to stop him. So the FBI began investigating so that he could be charged with a crime. The CIA began looking for him. We knew that he was somewhere in Afghanistan, probably in Kandahar, but it was impossible to really find him. And then
I started to lag a little bit. Fuck.
6th, 2001, I was at CIA headquarters. Intelligence service. We did this literally every single day. I had arranged a briefing on Al-Qaeda with a young, like 23-year-old analyst. So I said, well, we're going to start off today with a briefing on Al-Qaeda.
Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, Osama bin Laden literally used to work for the CIA. But did you know that? He used to work for the CIA. I bet you didn't know that.
Door opens and Ambassador Black walks in with the chief of operations for the Osama bin Laden group. And I was so shocked, I stood up and I said, gentlemen, this is Ambassador Kofor Black. He is the CIA's director of counterterrorism, and this is the director of operations for our Osama bin Laden group. And he sat down, and I'll never forget his words. He said, something terrible is going to happen. We don't know when, and we don't know where, but we know it's going to be an attack on a massive scale. We're hearing code words for a huge attack. The honey salesman is coming with vast quantities of honey. There's going to be a great wedding. There's going to be a great football match. These are all code words for an attack. He said, we're hearing camp commanders on the phone with their students, and they're crying and saying, I'll see you in paradise. And he said, I'm begging you, if you have any sources inside Al-Qaeda, please help us. They were just as shocked by this briefing as I was. They didn't say anything. He got up, he shook their hands, they walked out. At the end of the day, I sent these guys back to their hotel. It was going to be a few hours before dinner. So I went to Kofor's office to thank him for spending the time. I said, Kofor, I have to ask you, I'm not working on Al-Qaeda.
Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to the PlayStation. We're going to watch the rest of the video on the PlayStation. Hold on, let's do this. Audio. Cause this shit is so laggy. Wait, where was the video that I was watching now? Yeah.
Working on Al-Qaeda.
This is way better. The quality is way better, isn't it? Let me see if I can fast pace this. Speed 1.25.
Did you say that just for their benefit, or were you serious? And he said, oh, I was deadly serious. Something terrible is going to happen. And then sure enough, 2 months later, there it was.
From that moment after September 11th, you were very involved in tracking down senior.
I was born exactly 1 month and few days before 9/11.
Members of Al-Qaeda. How did that work?
Well, like everybody in the building, I volunteered to go to Afghanistan on September 12th. And I volunteered again, and again, and again, 4 times. And they kept putting me off. Well, I was one of only 16 fluent Arabic speakers at the CIA at the time. I had worked years earlier for the deputy director of the Counterterrorism Center, so I considered him to be a friend. I went into his office and I made a bold and completely empty threat. And I said, if you don't send me to Afghanistan right now, I am going straight to Exxon with my Arabic, and I'm not looking back. And he says, take it easy, take it easy. Can you go to Pakistan? And I said, yes. When? He said, tomorrow. I said, yes. What do you want me to do there? He said, I want you to be the chief of counterterrorism operations. I said, fine. And so I left the next day. I arrived in Islamabad at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then the driver said, oh, I'll pick you up at 7 to take you in the office. And I said, oh my.
Yeah, he was really fat during that time. I don't know what happened to this guy, bro. He slimmed down a lot.
God, please. I can't sleep on planes. I haven't slept since I left Washington. It's been 24 hours.
I'm not an
Let me
unk.
have another hour. Pick me up at 8. So he picked me up at 8. I was like a zombie. And I went in and introduced myself to the chief. And I said, I'm your new chief of counterterrorism. And he said, okay, have a seat. So he said, here's what I want you to do today. I want you to come up with a standard operating procedure to take down a terrorist safe house. And I said, okay. So I went back to my office, and I sat with a legal pad and a pen. And I thought, okay, if I were going to take down a terrorist safe house, how would I do it? And then I thought, I would want it to be dark. I wouldn't want anybody to see me. So I wrote 0200 at the top of the paper. And then I thought, I need weapons, like lots of weapons. I bought guns, ammunition,
I'm gonna be.
night vision
I think
goggles,
after this video, I'm gonna end the
cams,
stream because I don't know.
bulletproof vests, knives.
There's gonna be people coming over. I heard. I don't know, but yeah. After this,
from scratch, we started this thing. And
after
I
this
thought,
video,
you know,
I'm gonna be.
9/11 is an open criminal investigation, so I have to invite
Oh
the FBI.
yeah.
And this is Pakistan.
Yeah.
After all, so I have to invite the Pakistanis.
Oh.
So I wrote, joint team, CIA, FBI, ISI, with the list of weapons. I ordered the weapons. They were there, in days.
Oh, this is good, man.
So a week later, we did our first
this
test
is
raid.
good.
We caught 2 Al-Qaeda fighters. Another few days later, we caught an actual mid-level guy from Egyptian Islamic Jihad.
What the
It
hell?
worked. And then finally, 6 weeks later, we
you
get
love
word from a
clothes,
sister
yeah?
agency in the Washington suburbs that Abu Zubaydah, who we believed at the time was the number 3
it's
in
good,
Al-Qaeda,
man.
was
This is
somewhere in
good.
Pakistan, and we had to catch him. That was all we knew.
I'm
he
good,
was
bro.
somewhere in Pakistan. And I said,
Okay,
in our morning meeting, I
after
said,
this, I'm gonna
this
come
country
up.
is the size of Texas. It has 220 million people. And what do you mean he's in Pakistan? Go catch him.
Yeah.
Came up with a
Anyways,
plan,
just
and
friends
we
came
caught
over. I'm gonna
He was shot.
finish this
3
video
times
and then head out.
severely
Sorry guys
wounded.
for the distraction. Okay.
So I sat with Abu Zubaydah for 56 hours. After
Oh man,
we
just
shot
be
him.
fine. Just be early
The
tomorrow.
Pakistani
I will
doctors
be
say it was
early
like
tomorrow.
pumping blood into him as quickly as they could. It
I'll
was
be
just
early
oozing
tomorrow.
out of him, pooling underneath the bed. He was so.
Yeah, I can't even focus. I'm just gonna end it now and just go live early tomorrow. Okay. Thank you Fee, for being here. I really want to finish this video tomorrow because this guy is really interesting. All right. See you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye. It was actually nice seeing you. It's been like freaking a week now, 5 days. So I don't even know. All right, take care. Bye bye. Peace. Shoo.
Soaked in blood. We were soaked in blood. It was like a scene out of a horror movie. But he lived.